tell you what, it's. Oh.
So guys, we are on live also. You can get or grab the link of YouTube live on your left-hand top.
Okay.
So if you would like to share with your connects. And in a short while, we will be live on LinkedIn, again on YouTube and Facebook. So today is going to be, a great gathering, because on LinkedIn, I think we have almost over 600 plus people have attended this event. So many of them will be joining. Let's meet Harshit, youngest amongst us all. Hey, Harshit.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah. And he has a unique networking style, and he impressed me by that one. So I thought, okay, let's have some experience from his networking style also.
Yes, sir. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm doing good. So let me see if I can, capture this on LinkedIn Live also.
Welcome, Sunesh.
Welcome, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much. Very good evening, Darshan sir. How are you?
Yeah, excellent. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you.
Yeah,
Good evening,
Fahmida.
everyone present here.
Hi, hello.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Very good evening.
It'll be about 10 minutes before my coffee kicks in and I start becoming a lot more.
I'm working on mine.
And Darshan sir, you're through with your walk for the day?
Sorry?
I said, are you done with your walk of the day?
Yes, not only walk, I have done gardening and then some morning rituals. So
Oh,
I
wow.
don't miss that. Oh, no, whatever is there.
Okay. That's nice.
Because, if we keep rescheduling our stuff just because of certain events in our life, events are coming every day. Yeah, so
Absolutely.
we need to basically, like kind of, you have said last time, multitaskers. So
Yeah. So how long have you been following this schedule of yours? How many years now?
almost 8 years now.
Wow, amazing.
Hmm.
That's great. So there's so much to learn from each one of you.
True.
Totally, yeah. I think it doesn't even always have to be on a professional scale. It's almost also on a friendship scale, the commonality you find with people. And I've noticed that working online in the lockdown, I got to know an awful lot of people I would never have done physically, actually.
Same
So yeah, it's been quite positive. I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but yeah, it has its drawbacks in that it's exhausting being online all the time, I have to say. Zoom
it is.
takes the life out of you. But but on the other side, it is great to be able to talk to people I probably physically could never get to before.
Right.
And I'm sure you all feel the same. Look at us. Isn't it great?
Absolutely.
Mm. So Sonish, where are you? Where are you based, Sonish?
So I'm based out of Bangalore right now. Basically, I'm from Delhi.
Oh, Bangalore's amazing. Absolutely amazing. I was really knocked back about Bangalore. It never sleeps.
Yes. You have been to Bangalore any point of time?
I have. I was there last year.
Oh, great. How was the experience?
Fantastic. My whole experience of ever, with India is fantastic, but it really was a very international place.
Yes.
I'm not sure about now, but last year it was very international. So it was lovely place.
True. It's a lovely place to be in, lovely place to explore. But no doubt, right now, due to this entire pandemic, I think everyone is facing the same kind of heat from all the different parts of the globe. And that's how we all are, I think, craving out, like, let's connect. And it's so amazing to just connect with everybody, speak. Though we are virtual, but yes, the connect is there and we can feel the sense of that connect. So I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
I was, as you guys were talking and discussing the different opportunities, I have never traveled without hopping on an airplane so much in the last 7 months and spoken at different parts of the country and the globe because of it. So, there's a lot of drawbacks to the things that are happening now,
True.
but there are a lot of little golden nuggets in there, slivers of silver that I'm grateful for.
Yeah.
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 True.
I think the quantum of learning that has taken place during this time is amazing. It's simply great.
Yes, yes,
It's been
yes.
phenomenal that way.
Right. And the best part is just connecting with different people, different mindset from the different part of the world. I think that's something very amazing. Probably that would never been the case when we were just physically traveling, because I remember 8 months before, the life was entirely different, and I used to travel extensively, in and out, and never used to get so much of time to be on social media, literally on social media. But I think last 6 to 8 months has given me that kind of leveraging opportunity to be there, interact, and just share whatever best we can. So I think, yeah, we are using, probably even during the reverse condition, the opportunities whatever best we can. So I think that's the best part of it.
I think we've all learned a new skill set as well, because the
True,
difference
true.
between having a chat with a friend and then having to develop a professional profile at first was quite challenging, to appear to be slick and know what you're doing, And
Right.
also, I found initially that people hid behind the Zoom blank, just a name, and getting people out from that, because it was a
Yeah.
sense of security. Yeah. But yeah. It's
I think the biggest skill we all have learned is adaptation. That's the
True,
biggest skill we
true.
all have
Totally.
learned.
And you see, I work a
We
lot.
are live on LinkedIn also. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, and YouTube on 2 channels. So can you guys check on LinkedIn Live also and put your comments if you are in front of laptop?
Also,
Have a look. Now, this is it, challenging. Now you're asking me to do several things at
Oh,
once.
no, sorry. It is,
Multitasking.
just for multitaskers.
No, I was talking about the skill set. I didn't get that
Yeah.
bit
It's
done.
okay.
No.
It's okay. It's only for couple of us, those who can just see and pump in to the other guys who are doing. If you can see on my screen, I think I have done a box, iPad, and then I have a,
Yeah,
a
I
camera
got
and
it
all
on
that.
my
It looks
phone.
like a
Yes.
virtual studio.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
there on my phone.
Okay, great.
So let me just open it up on my phone and operate it from there, plus
Yes.
laptop. That would be the best.
Yeah. So I think the best thing about this technology now is I think we are going to leverage it, and not only leverage it, we are going to give back to the others, those who are not able to come in this complete summit, but they will come, they will see us, they will connect our name with the LinkedIn profile.
Right.
Hi, everybody. This is Rajiv here. I was listening to some very interesting stuff and I just popped in. And it's nice to see a few people I know. Hi, Rashmi. I think the most interesting part is somebody was talking about new skills, right? And here is a new skill, wanting to multitask on your laptop and your device at the same time. Welcome to the new world, guys. I think that's the best part about it, right? Somebody was talking about a very interesting part here, right? That we don't, we no longer have excuses not to be in a meeting now.
True.
Somebody can, so no longer there are carjackings, there are no longer punctures, there are no longer traffic jams. All that is passing. So that's
True.
so the new normal is open your phone and just show up, man.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's the best part about it.
You know what? Those who would like to find an excuse, there are n number of excuses also.
True.
network issue.
Yeah, I think that's the excuse.
Like,
mindset,
I don't
right?
have any electricity at my home. My Wi-Fi is not working. Can you come again, please? I'm not hearing, but actually
Yeah, Darshan, I agree with you. I think
Dosing.
thankfully that's reducing now. I think people are running out of those excuses now. I think so.
Now, I think we need to figure out some set of like new excuses which matches actually whatever we are doing.
Hey, my battery ran out is one.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, my battery ran out.
That's a new one. I haven't heard of that.
Yeah.
No, but actually, one of the things we've not sort of paused enough to sort of gauge is how overcooked and overheated our systems and cognitive processes become in towards the end of the day, for example, and how you just need to just switch off and just let your mind kind of cool off a bit, literally speaking, because every call takes a bit of a toll on your emotional, cognitive.
It sure does. It sure does.
And if you don't, and if you're not careful going from one call to the other and you're running on, it's like you run out of fuel at some point and you need to consciously recharge, reboot, and just have enough. And that's where the ability to sort of regulate your energy levels, I think, comes into play. How much do you want to just give into a particular conversation versus how much you hold back? It's like, when you're playing a game or when you're playing a sport, how much do you have to really burn your energies is the equation that I kind of struggle with all the time.
Yeah, so I think while there's enough fodder for thought these days on different calls, we also need to ensure that there's enough fuel for the body in terms of energy. That's exactly
How
the
much to
point I
shut
think
out?
Sunil's saying. Yeah,
There's a lot of noise. How much signal do you pick up? That's the
right.
that's the key. Yeah.
Absolutely.
The word frazzled is how I'd explain being online for like 4 hours straight, frazzled, compared to doing a face-to-face conference style where you're on your feet for 8 hours, you're engaging. I find it physically and cognitively exhausting being online.
Does anyone feel neck pain after a lot of calls?
Yeah,
I do.
Yes,
A lot of
I
back
do.
pain.
Neck pain, back pain.
The next innovation would be how can we have standing calls? How can we walk around without necessarily sort of?
So there are certain calls where we are basically on audio, so probably that we can manage with the walking. So that's how I do. But typically, if we are on a video, definitely we can't leverage that, freedom of just walking around, and we need to make sure we are settled down with a proper sitting arrangement.
True.
I think, yeah, that's one challenging thing, and we need to make sure that we are mentally stable, and moreover, physically also, we need to keep ourselves fit so that, yes, we can give back whatever we are planning to and enhancing, basically.
A quick tip.
Let me also just take a moment to welcome everyone who's just come in. Take a moment to chime in. We are just freewheeling. Darshan, Enrique, Yvonne, some of us who got in, we just are getting our coffee kicked in. And if you're dialing from the evening side of things, just say hi and let us know how your day's gone.
Do you want me to start? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hi, my name is Amit Ganguly. I have been doing the leadership coaching for last 8-9 months as a freelancer. Prior to that, 25 plus years had been associated with IT industry, mostly with L&D related functions. And day was hectic because last 3 days till today, 7:30 p.m. I was attending a workshop, basically Friday, Saturday, Sunday, full day workshop. So quite hectic.
Nice to meet you, Amitji.
Thank you.
Sunil ji, even your name is quite intriguing. Sunil Robert, it says.
Yeah, I'm from Hyderabad. I speak Telugu. Telugu is my first name. So in India, we don't really care much about what our initial stands for, right? You're just known by the letter. But once you come to the States, your family name becomes a lot more, in the passport, they just take first name and family name. So, and my middle name is Robert. So Sunil Robert.
Okay.
This is my little story.
Darshan and colleagues, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you are, sir.
Okay, thanks.
Ravinder, where are you from?
I am from Mumbai, India, and currently I'm.
Nice.
Hi. Hi. I can't see you though. Well, currently I'm about 300 to 400 miles away from Mumbai, and very pleased to be with you all here. I see some very wonderful and capable people around, and it is indeed a good pleasure. I am not a coach, but I help people to do what they want to do and help them to do it a little better than that they would. Been around the corporate for about 35 odd years, and for the past 10 years on my own, where I employed myself and trying to give back to the society a little bit of what I learned over these years. And I got in touch with Darshan about a month back, and it was very refreshing to know that somebody is planning to bring all brilliant people around the world together on one platform and give us all an opportunity of sharing our thoughts and learning from each other. I personally learn a lot from these sessions. So I would hand it over to the next speaker. Darshan, we are going to have the formal session at 8 o'clock sharp. Darshan, you are mute. Can you unmute yourself?
Yes, sir. So we are going to start the formal session sharp at 8. And I'm
Okay.
sure like it's, the right point to start is with you. So we will enter into the formalities of introducing each other after your introduction and after your session. So if you can start with your first, 3 to 5 minutes of introduction, and format of event is we'll be speaking for 3 to 5 minutes. That is a crystal clear and crisp message to our audience, those who have joined, in a very precise manner, wherein we give
Yeah, I've read
our
the parking
experiences,
rules.
our story, or our pros and cons of networking beyond LinkedIn. So this is the basic ground rule of it, and based upon that we will build this conversation. More amount of time we save in our presentation, more time we will get in terms of debate.
Sure.
So let's move forward.
Please let me know when you want me to start the
Sure, sir.
official thing.
Yes, sir. So officially you can start now. It's let the show begin.
Okay. All right. Thank you once again, and welcome everybody from all corners of the world, whoever are watching this from wherever you are. My name is Ravinder Maan. I live in Mumbai, India, which is in the state of Maharashtra. I had the does somebody want to speak? Okay. All right. I had the privilege to work for the corporate for about 35 odd years in various capacities, right from a sales and marketing engineer up to the director of operations for a couple of multinationals in India and in the US and in the UAE. It is indeed a great pleasure meeting with you all here. And the subject which Darshan has chosen is extremely important because, I have a habit of going slightly away from the topic and then bringing it there. The subject is the advantage of networking beyond LinkedIn. To me, frankly,
Ravinder ji, if you could just pause. I'd like to request everyone to kindly please mute, because there's a lot of crosstalk, because I think unwittingly you are talking with your speaker button on. If you could kindly be respectful to the rest of the speakers, I'd much appreciate.
Darshan sir, I think as a host, you can mute everyone except for the speaker.
Muting all but Ravindra ji.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Getting back to where I was, this is a very important subject of networking beyond LinkedIn. Time pass. Now that has to stop. LinkedIn is a tool. It is a platform. It's not the purpose. The purpose is networking. And in that, I have the opportunity of talking to a lot of young people every week, maybe sometimes twice a week. And everyone kind of asks me, sir, how do I improve my likes on LinkedIn? How do I improve my comments on LinkedIn? And I ask them, what is your purpose? Your purpose is to see more likes on LinkedIn. You can take a screenshot of anybody else who has got 3,000 likes and superimpose it on yours. So you got to find out what is my... Yeah, Enrique, I can see you clapping. We've talked this before. You got to understand what's the purpose of being on LinkedIn. My purpose of being on LinkedIn is not to bring business to the owners. My purpose of being on LinkedIn is to bring business to myself. Now, business could be a business opportunity. It could be a job opportunity. One of those.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Let me tell you my own experience. I have like 32,000 odd connections on LinkedIn. I have about equal number of followers, and people say that's a lot. And well, I don't know whether that's a lot or that's too little. But the fact is that there are people who have 1 million followers and 1 million likes and comments. Now, do I feel bad? Do I feel good? Do I feel how? Honestly speaking, it doesn't really affect me because, as I wrote some time back, Priyanka Chopra has 1 million plus followers on LinkedIn. Now, what does that really mean? To me, it means, well, I would not go into that. What then drives me? What then keeps me here? Is the fact that while I have 30-odd thousand followers and 30-odd thousand connections, I have only 200 or 300 people who actually engage on my posts. Which means on a typical post of mine, you will not see more than 100 likes or 100 comments. And it starts with sometimes 10, 20, 15. Now, how does it work for me? It works for me because I use LinkedIn as the purpose of my work. I don't use LinkedIn for the purpose of LinkedIn. And that's the message which I would like to convey to all the younger people across the world. These 100-odd people are the guys that really engage with me on a regular basis. And I'm very good with that. And that's something that I'm looking for. I'm not looking for 1,000 people to like my post and not know me at all, or not follow what I say, or not ask me questions, not challenge me, not tell me that you are wrong.
Sir,
that's what gives me the satisfaction. 100 plus people, all engaged, and I don't refuse. I don't leave any message unanswered. I don't leave any ad requests unreplied or unattended. If we have to make LinkedIn useful for us, then we need to understand who are those 100, 200, 300, depending upon what your appetite is, people that I can regularly engage with. And that brings me to networking beyond LinkedIn or outside LinkedIn. Well, but we are in a situation today where physical meetings are nearly difficult to have, but one-to-one meetings are not gone. One-to-one meetings are not dead. What is dead is that you and me are breathing the same air. Was that really important? No, it wasn't. What's important is that you and me are sharing our thoughts. And that's being done anyway over the internet. I heard some of my senior colleagues here talk about how do I get over the fatigue out of that? Well, honestly speaking, at 65, I don't get fatigued even if I am on a call for 55 minutes. That is possibly because I kind of time myself well and I time my body to respond to these needs. In fact, I have been able to meet more number of people after the pandemic set in. Why? Because earlier I would take a flight to Delhi to meet somebody. Now I don't need to do that. So I repeat, since I have only 3 minutes, I'll be happy to answer questions later on. I repeat, use LinkedIn to know those 100, 200, 300 people and be engaged with them. It does not help to have 1 million followers. That's like Priyanka Chopra, unless that's your purpose. And if you are a Priyanka Chopra, your LinkedIn is not your platform. Go to Instagram, go to Twitter, go to Tinder, go to what have you. With that, I'll close it here and I'll be open to your questions throughout the entire section. Thank you very much, Darshan. And viewers, if you have any questions, please pen them down. Darshan has an excellent method of answering them. Thank you. God bless you. I love you all.
Sure, sir. So, yeah, thanks a lot, sir. And I think despite of being in an unstable internet connection, you have made it a point to attend the meeting and start the meeting as usual. Let's move to our next speaker, Enrique. And Enrique and everyone, we are going to use an Indian traditional style of buzzer. That is, yeah. So at 3 or 3.5 minutes, we will ring the buzzer and then we will move to the next person. So Enrique, over to you.
Well, good day, everybody. I'm Enrique Arcasa Gonzalez. I'm coming to you from Orlando, Florida, East Coast time as one of our co-hosts there. But I echo Ravinder's comments, and he pretty much talked basically in the same pattern that I was gonna go. But let me just add my flavor. Experience on LinkedIn has been phenomenal in terms of getting the exposure to look at what we're doing now, right? We're talking across the globe in different time zones with people we would normally not meet. And for that, I am blessed. So thank you all for participating today and making my life a whole lot brighter. Unique events, in terms of uniqueness, I would say that the speaking engagements, the amount of collaboration, the courses that I've been able to participate in and speak at have been a unique thing, because normally I would what you would consider play in your own play box, right? Which is the US for me. But I've been able to expand globally and expand my mind, because I'm learning different cultures. I'm learning different ways of being. I'm learning what is important to somebody else versus my neighbor across the street. And it has been enlightening. Um, any bad experiences that I've had here on LinkedIn has only been through pushy people that have, just kind of come into either your post and have sidetracked the thought pattern of what you were trying to, the message you was trying to convey. Or people that are just using LinkedIn to sell a particular thing, a particular service, and don't know when to stop. So that's the only negative thing that I've experienced, and the occasional misinterpretation of what this platform is for. Right, so I'm happily married and will stay that way as long as I live. And so there's some occurrences of that nature, but hey, that is why the delete and block button is there for. So I happily use that. And the negative things about LinkedIn and is that we have an algorithm to challenge us. Sometimes our post would be great, and then tomorrow it'll flop. But the main reason why I use this platform is to enrich somebody else's life, to get educated myself with people from around the world, and to express a message of hope, which is needed nowadays more than ever. So I encourage everybody to connect with me. I am part of the TCOL since the beginning, and I'll stay part of it. I find this family so enriching to my life, and I wish you all great success in all you do.
Thanks a lot, Enrique. And I think you have finished well in time. So now we are moving to Sunil. Sunil is my colleague, and I think he will introduce himself as a TEDx speaker and furthermore, like what are his achievements and how he is contributing.
Good evening, good morning to all who've dialed into this call. If you mistook me and Darshan to be identical twins who were separated at childhood, it's understandable. Just to, apart from the good looks being in common, we work for the same company. And just to distinguish myself from him, I wear glasses, right? My name is Sunil Robert. I've been in the corporate world for a long time, and my primary passion is to transform my world through communication and leadership skills. That's the mission I live by, and that's the purpose that I live for. Now, there are two lessons that I want to leave with on how I used my purpose and expressed myself on LinkedIn and used LinkedIn to advance my purpose. In India, there's a proverb that says you dig a well for water before you're thirsty, in the sense that you connect and you set up the platform long before you need something from the platform. So the well digging and preparation and the setup and the infrastructure is the preparation process that you need to have on LinkedIn to someday hopefully be of use. But you don't dig a well just for yourself. You dig a well to offer water to a lot of people. So LinkedIn to me is like that well where you connect and you create this awesome network of people, just like dear Darshan is doing, where others, all of us, can sort of benefit from that well. So always remember, you connect, you wire, you converse, you build a relationship with people, and then hopefully it'll lead to your mutual advancement. But you never straight away start going in and start asking for favors, which would just come across as very needy and stuff. Now, let me be careful. In this pandemic, everybody is in need. We are all struggling. We are all having different degrees of need. So we need to look out for each other. So that's temporal. But for a long-term success, we need to always build our ability to connect before we actually seek some kind of a help. Secondly, a well is used for refreshing your soul. The water on a thirsty afternoon refreshes your soul. LinkedIn network, we all need to refresh and rebuild and reconnect each other. So the content we put out ought to refresh others' souls. So I always try to make it's more about others than of me. I'll pause here.
Yeah, thank you, Sunil. And I think it's well said about you have put it in great context about making connections or giving back to them. And now in our original plan, we were having Deepak Sharma ji, but I think he has not managed to join yet. At a later stage, we will invite him. We have Rajiv Handa. So if I may invite Rajiv ji to come next.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody from all over the world. Well, my name is Rajiv Handa. I am dialing in from India, a place by the name Gurgaon, which is close to Delhi. I have been a professional corporate executive for about 31 years now. Last 2 years, I've been trying to be living a life of giving back whatever I've learned, whatever I've gained as my experiences. It's been a fabulous journey for my first 31 years, and the last 2 years have been better actually. And I say they've been better because it's given me a side of me which I didn't discover when I was in the corporate world. Because each time I meet new people, each time I meet new individuals, what I realize is that I have so much more to give back that even I don't know of. So I think that's something which is fabulous. And that's where probably I got in touch with Darshan. And it's been such a fabulous experience talking to him. And I think so many people echo the same thing, that each time you meet somebody for a reason, and meeting Darshan is probably for one of those reasons, where you're getting an opportunity to sort of talk to people and share whatever you can. What I specifically do today is I am an executive leadership coach and also a business mentor, support a few small organizations, but that's just to sort of keep my mind muscles going. But my heart is somewhere else today. My heart is in wanting to engage with young people and prepare them for the next journey, which is the next generation of leaders. The second purpose and mission that I have is what I call as WWF, which is Women with Fire. And why I call that as WWF, because all inspiring and aspiring women probably need that push and help. They don't need support, by the way, they just need that nudge. And that's probably where there is some amount of role that one can play. And the third one, which is very close to my heart, which probably I'm going to be focused on probably in the next few weeks, starting with is, which is looking for 40 humans above 40. And that's a very interesting thought I just wanted to share here. For a simple reason, everybody talks about people who are less than 40, less than 30. But I think there's a great opportunity to look out and seek out people like all of us around this call. And I'm sure there are many of us above 40 who probably have so much to give back, so much to give away, that if we all collectively do what we need to do, this world would be a much better place. Coming to the topic that Darshanji had sort of spoken about, I just want to talk about 3-4 specific areas which are very close to my heart. My personal journey is from being an unknown to being unforgettable. And I think from being unknown to unforgettable is actually a journey that all of us need to live, whether it's on LinkedIn, whether it's in our personal lives, whether in whatever format of life that you want to live. If you maintain the similar pattern, the way you live your life on any social platform, you'll actually have no confusion. It's people who want to fake it on the platform. It's people who want to live a different life than what they really live are the ones who struggle. I think speakers before me mentioned some very valid points. If you're looking for numbers, if you're looking for followers, be worthy of being followed, right? Don't just look for followers because somebody else is getting those followers. Do your work, focus on what you need to do, and probably things will unfold. The unforgettable part of life is what legacy do you want to leave behind for yourself? What do you want to be known for when you're gone? I think that's something we really forget to talk about. There is an opportunity, and this is one living opportunity where we are coming together, where we actually can find our purposes coming together and leave behind something which people will know us for. Another very important piece that comes to my mind is what people talk about as human-to-human connections. Some people call it as edge-to-edge, some people call it heart-to-heart. I think at the end of the day, at the core of every relationship, every human existence is this human-to-human connection. Now, this human-to-human connection is a manifestation of, are you real? Are you living your life the way you want to be known as, or you're trying to sort of be somebody else? And that connectivity stems from, some people call it as social reciprocity, some people call it as whatever. I, for example, in the last few months, and I call that as few months, because that's when I started being a bit more active on this platform, I have very consciously made it my own mission that I at least engage with at least 2 new people who I would not have engaged with every week, with the sheer purpose of establishing who that person is, what does that person do, what does this person need, and how can I help that person? And there are amazing stories in that. I'm telling you, it's so rewarding, it's so refreshing, it's unbelievable. Just being there for somebody, to listen to them, to be present for them. The power of this medium lies in that, not in anything else. Last but not the least, I think something which I think Robert spoke about, and I completely resonate that. Be a giver first. If you don't give, don't expect anything. And here is again an opportunity. Be as, and what I mean by giver is not being selfless, but consciously contribute to people around you, contribute to others' value, contribute towards their own needs. And I think that's when you'll see what will flow out of it. What probably challenges through something like LinkedIn, another very important point, So I think there are a few things that earlier speakers said. I just want to add one more component to it. There are these great Bitcoin guys and financial guys. I think stay away from them. A very sincere advice. Nothing against financial guys, nothing against Forex guys or Bitcoin guys, but I think that's somebody you really want to stay away from. You can just get into unnecessary confusion there. I just want to summarize by saying, as long as you're respecting people on a platform the way you respect them on a one-to-one relationship, your following, your ability to stay with them, your ability to contribute will stay. Don't be somebody else, be yourself. Everything will be okay. And that's my own life lesson about it.
Yeah,
thank you.
Thanks a lot, Rajivji, and definitely we will come back to you in a Q&A session. In the meantime, I request each and every member who are attending, almost we have 65 members now, to socialize by putting their LinkedIn link or brief about themselves in the chat session. Pallavi is collecting all the detail. You can put your nice comments and all that, which we will gather. And Pallavi will be presenting when we finish first 10 presenters. So with this one, we are moving to Raj Gupta ji. So Raji is, I think, quite known to all of us. And over to you, Raji.
Thanks, Darshan. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, great. I think appreciate this opportunity, and it's wonderful to see so much of energy around. And I just, heard Rajiv, with whom I think I interacted just last week. It was so amazing seeing Ravindra there and hearing Henrik and Sunil. Awesome. I think my 2 cents about this platform, basis my experience of the last couple of years when I got active. And I put it like in A square and C square strategy, if you want to make it big on LinkedIn. So when I say A square, it is, appreciate and amplify. And when I say C square, it is, content and consistency. So if you do that, appreciate and amplify, and then create right content and do that consistently, I think you get what you want. I have also spoken about, my experience and some of the 10 tips that people could, follow to kind of gather more momentum on LinkedIn. And I always say, number one is be human, act human. Take genuine and sincere interest in other people. Thing will work for you automatically. Have an attitude of gratitude is what I talk about. And one most critical component is being happy in other happiness. So if you develop this art, it would be better, and focus on the process. Don't you worry about the outcome, because outcome will take care of itself. So I kept it simple since January 2019 when I got active. So help out one person in any way that you can, in terms of helping them with a job, helping them with a hope, or solving their, professional queries. So I enjoy doing that. In my free time, I come onto platforms like this to share my experiential learning, and whatever way I can help, I help it out. So in a nutshell, A square into C square is my, strategy to drive traction on LinkedIn. And I have seen a, massive traction as far as, my posts are concerned. And some of articles also have got, even 100,000 plus likes, and people ask me how you generate that. There's nothing, there's no magic there. It's simply you put it, something works, something doesn't work. Like Henrik says, best of your posts can go into, LinkedIn gutter. So you need to keep faith. Things will work out for you. Because I was also surprised when, one of my article got 150,000. Another one got 20,000 plus. So what the hell is happening? I've written better articles also in my personal view. but sometimes it catches up. So work on the process. Outcome will take care of its own. Remember A square into C square. Thanks, Darshan. Over to you. Would be happy to answer any questions.
Yeah, thanks, Raji, and thank you. So I think it's worth following the inputs given by Mr. Raj Gupta, and I think our next presenter or next guest is Vijit, and Vijit is my favorite sales guy. He has helped us a lot in terms of getting engaged with our audiences. Even in one of the similar kind of presentation, when I was facing a technical difficulty, despite of being a guest, he has played a role of host spontaneously. So he's such a kind of spontaneous person. Let me invite to him. Vijit, over to you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Darshanji. So it's my privilege to be a part of this complete platform. And I hope I'm audible. And if yes, please say. If not, like it'll be really fine enough. So I hope I'm audible, Darshanji.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much. So folks, my name is Vijit. Like what Darshanji had said, we've had a human-to-human interaction with Mr. Darshan Patel, as well as with the complete the Circle of Legends. I could name a few names such as Rishabh Singh, Sadbir Singh, Nikita. There are a couple of more people whom I could take. The reason being I was able to extract something called human-to-human networking. So I put it this way. I'm going to get into the topic right away before saying something about myself. Today's topic is networking beyond LinkedIn. I'm sure many of you would have felt this. The reason being, number one, the emotion exchange in social media messaging is lesser than the emotion exchange in a phone call. That is even lesser than the emotion exchange on a video call, and the best face-to-face meeting. Going to the pandemic, we may not be in a position to have face-to-face meeting, but folks, go ahead, get to know your prospect, get to know your connect. You should be like a fisherman out there. They know when to go to the sea, how to weave around that particular net. They know which spot to go and weave around, and then play around it very well every single day consistently. The same way, networking beyond LinkedIn should be focused more than just LinkedIn. The reason being, you as a fisherman should know whom you want to network with. So I could just say my journey, what happened prior to the lockdown in India, especially in March 2020. I hardly had somewhere close to 1,600 people in my connection. I was not aware of anybody, to be honest with every one of you. I was not aware of a single connect of mine in LinkedIn. Today, I have 10K plus followers and with around 7,500 plus connections. And I could say 50 plus people I know human to human. If I have 50 problems, I can go ahead and work with 50 people. Be it sales, I have my own mentor. Be it marketing, I have my own person. Be it networking, be it value delivery, I have Mr. Darshan Patel here. Thank you so much again once more, Mr. Darshan. The reason being, you have been doing a really phenomenal job. So what did I do? How did I reach up from 0 to 50 plus people with a hand bunch of networking opportunity? Simple. I documented my journey. I started delivering value through a platform called LinkedIn Lounge, which fetched 2,500 plus followers within 30 days. I invited speakers to speak up. Mr. Raj Gupta was also one of our speakers. That was a phenomenal session which we had with him. Thank you so much, Mr. Rajji, once more. So this is what happened. The moment my network understood that I am trying to give some sort of a value, that basically doubled for me. It's like karma. I gave value and I got 50 people whom I could approach just like that. So if as a person I could do, I'm sure everyone watching this episode who would be watching after this episode, because it is recorded in YouTube and multiple platforms, folks, my friends, my beloved colleagues, each of you would be able to transform yourself by networking beyond LinkedIn in a manner that you utilize the opportunity exactly well. So what I do now is when people approach me for help, I go ahead and say, if the help is very genuine, which I could help with, be it sales, business development, personality development, career transformation, or whatsoever, I go ahead and say upfront, if you have something, please feel free to connect with me. This is my phone number. Call me up anytime after work hours, 7 p.m. I would be able to help you out. One interaction, two interaction, the person becomes a mentor-mentee kind of a relation. And today I've helped at least 10 plus people transform their journey into sales from an engineering background in a seamless manner. So thank you so much. I have put up my
Yeah.
LinkedIn this thing as well, profile link as well. If you guys have anything to speak up with, please feel free to reach out and trust this part, folks. Mr. Darshan Patel and team of Circle of Legends have been doing a phenomenal job. Go ahead and please join this community. This is your community, for you, by you, and of you. Thank you so much, Mr. Darshan ji.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Vijit. And I think you have mentioned very well about the Circle of Legends, that we are for you, by you, and for us. So let's together we grow, and let's together we contribute towards betterment of humanity. So I think that's the larger purpose for which we are contributing. Now we have our next speaker. He is also well known in our LinkedIn domain. He's associated with many organizations which are growing on LinkedIn. So over to you, Colonel Amit.
Thank you, Darshan. It's an amazing privilege to be here. And a warm good evening, good morning, and good afternoon to wherever you are logging in from. Darshan has got an amazing platform going. When I connected with him for the first time and we got talking, the value of connections is what stood out. And today, when we are connecting again in the virtual world, I think it's all about the connections. It's all about the fact that we are willing to talk to each other. I retired from the army last year, and it's been a journey of discovery for me, because I'm not the same person I was last year. I'm a different person. I have changed because of my relationships. I have changed because of my experiences. And it's in no small part to the luminaries over here. We have Mr. Deepak here. We have Mr. Raj Gupta. He's been a tremendous influence. And even if I'm not taking the names, it doesn't mean that those connections have not had an influence. I crossed about 20,000 followers or connections on LinkedIn about a week ago. And every one of them have told me or taught me something new. And going ahead, I think the life is only going to get better. And the more we connect in the offline world, I think there is an opportunity there. We will go on to have a normal life probably very soon. Inshallah, that's the hope, that the COVID crisis will abate and we will be able to travel and actually meet with each other and have coffee and sit down and talk it out. But this is the start. This is the way the life actually connects with us. LinkedIn is a tremendous platform, but I would urge everyone to go beyond it and meet and help each other. Because only when you're willing to help, like we just had Vijay tell us, only when you're willing to help others can you grow. So if you have something, share it with others and see the magic happen. And thank you, Darshan. Tremendous and awesome opportunity here. Going back to you, Darshan.
Yes, I think I was facing probably a network issue, or all okay?
Now we can hear you, Darshan. Keep going.
Yeah, okay. I think Colonel's audio is off. Okay, anyway, the next guest is Vandana Sharma, and definitely we will listen to Colonel in a while once his connection is okay. And then I think Vandana ji is also not available. So Shivani Rawat will be the next speaker. So over to you, Shivani ji. Hello, Shivani ji.
Yes. Hi, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, great. So I am a life skill trainer, and I do coaching. I'm an NLP coach, and I call myself a happiness alchemist because I feel whatever that we create is to bring happiness in our life. And happiness is something which is anyway existing in each one of us. It is only recognizing that. So I must really thank Darshan for this platform. And my experience with LinkedIn is like I have just now, I can see we are almost 70 of us and we are meeting each other. That itself speaks a lot about LinkedIn and about networking, that we are getting to know each other. And I feel that that's such a positive energy, and we can collaborate and we can really create something for each other and gain so much of, even at the same time, knowledge and a lot of, a lot of things which I would say already exist, but we are not familiar with. But getting to know each other brings that. So I have never had any, I would say, any negative experience with LinkedIn, and it has only been positive. In fact, there has been so much of collaboration in my work through people in LinkedIn. But just like somebody said that it's what is your purpose? That is the key. That is the most important thing, that we stay with what our purpose is and work on that for people. And obviously, when we are doing that for people, the kind of energy that we receive is 1,000 times more. So yes, it's I personally feel that networking, not only through LinkedIn, but networking is also when we make a call to somebody and we speak to them. Maybe even at the same time, knowing our neighbors, just being there for them at the same time is what networking is. And like Ravinder ji said, that it is not about the number of people, but it is what is more important is the quality. It is not the quantity end of the day. So yes, with purpose and with quality, I think that's what each one of us are looking for. And so that is for me. And thank you so much. I really acknowledge each one of you who are here, and it's so nice to know each one of you. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Shivani ji. And I think we have reached up to the half the mark of a number of speakers. So I'll be moving to a small presentation. So hope everyone is able to see my screen.
Yes, Darshan, keep going.
Yeah. So we have seen these number of guests who are attending, almost 21. And now let's move to the messages or the introduction part from them. So Major Vandana Sharma, she is LinkedIn top voice of 2019, TEDx speaker, military veteran, and entrepreneur. So she is going to join. Hopefully she will join soon. And Pallavi is doing a follow-up with her on LinkedIn. So let's see if we can make it. We have Vijit. We have heard Vijit. He says like being accountable and responsible is a choice. One should never miss it. We have Bandhanji, excellent speaker, helping our students in terms of interview preparations and group discussions and all such activities. We have Saurabh, and Saurabh will introduce him once again. Ivone, he'll also introduce once again. Bandhan has introduced once again because previously it was in a brief. Fahmida. So Fahmida is going to speak next to this, and we will know again her skills in area of hosting the shows. And she is hosting shows from Sri Lanka on a specific topic, along with Sunnyji, our own Sunnyji, who has connected many of like-minded people. And I think he is all over. Let's acknowledge his contribution also. We have Gauri. So Gauri is also going to speak next. We have Priyanka. She is listening to us. Hi, Priyanka. We have Sunil. Sunil has already spoken. He's from New Jersey, working for TCS. And he says there are billions of people, but there is only one unique, distinguished individual, and that is you. We have Raj Gupta, who is lifting others to get lifted. He's an author, speaker, and award-winning HR professional. Those who are not knowing him, it's worth knowing Raj. Okay, here comes our own Enrique, and he is one of the pioneer members. So those who have not heard, his introduction, me and before inception, the Circle of Legends born on a very famous day of Valentine's Day. So we are nearing to the first anniversary of the Circle of Legends, and definitely we will be celebrating in similar grand way. Okay, we have a detailed introduction of Ione. I never spell her name correct, but she never feels bad. Thanks a lot for that. She is a teacher, former head teacher, an international trainer, a world traveler, traveled throughout the world and knows many of the locations in India. And she can talk more about India than many of Indians does. We have Siddharth from Chennai. He is an author and award-winning marketing leader. I will be sharing this presentation also with you. We have Rajiv. So Namaste Rajiv ji, and he is also a passionate person who is telling that best is yet to come. So we are sure best of each and everyone is yet to come. We have Bhuvana from Bangalore, and she has her slogan is inspire, influence, and impact, empower people to grow at their best. We have Rashi from Gurgaon. We have Zahra, and she is also one of a great motivator to the youngsters. She is well connected with the people and would like to give back to the society in whatever possible way. She interacts with me a lot, and we'll be discussing with her also. We have Astha Parmar from Mumbai. Hi, Astha. We have Vijit. We have Suma from Bangalore. Hi, Suma. We have again Suma, a career coach and a mother. We have Shonesh. Hi, Shonesh. She is also going to speak with us. We have Seth Murthy from Brooklyn, New York. Sharing and learning is his key takeaway or slogan. We have Bibu from Chennai. We have Hema, and she has offered her volunteer inputs to us. So Namaste Hema ji, a veteran teacher, and she is giving a lot back to us. Nishant from Mumbai, glad to be here in the company of awesome professionals. We have Rian. I am an incident. Okay. I think we will be sharing this input in interest of time. I'm moving it a little faster. We have Shakshi, Vijay Shri, Jaivir Kasaria from, he is an aspiring marketeer. And if you would like to put your feedback, you can go to menti.com, use the code 2474133, which is mentioned on the top of the screen. So you can also still add your feedback. We have Shamaksha from Agra. Thanks, Shamaksha. We have Pranav from New Jersey. We have Suman from UVA Digital. We have Divya Purohit from Mumbai. I love my work. Thanks. It was short and sweet. That's why I was easily able to go through. I'm a little anxious. We have Himanshu Dixit. He's from Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh. We have Rukia Khan, and one of the favorite speaker. She been a contributor on this platform from the beginning. So when we needed the most, she offered her service because I'm an associate further service, because to Ethiopia and sees a Ranesh, Toronto. This is Priya from Mumbai. Sorry, my one of the audio got disconnected, so let me connect from here. So I think we are very happy to have everyone connected on the platform. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So now it comes over to you, Fahmida. If you can summarize what all we have main takeaway up to now, and then we will move to the next slides. Over to you, Fahmida. Hello, Fahmida.
I'm sorry, I think I have unmuted myself and forgot to unmute myself. Yeah, I'm back, Darshanji. I'm sorry, I forgot to unmute myself.
Fahmida,
Yes,
you are speaking on mute probably.
am I audible?
Yeah.
Can you confirm?
Yes, please.
All right, okay. So what I was stating while I was on mute was that I'm honored and privileged to an extraordinary panel of speakers and such wonderful insights shared and abilities of business or personal development, and I couldn't resonate more. LinkedIn is a platform which we would understand to make ourselves better and how to make others develop in their own lives. And
the voice is not clear, we're not able to hear.
Our second speaker. Am I audible? Can you please confirm whether I'm audible now?
Better.
No, your voice is not clear. We are not able to hear.
Okay.
I mean, there's an internet break.
I'm gonna disable my video so that I would have better. Is it okay now?
Yeah, it is.
Yes, Fahmida.
Fahmida, it's saying your network bandwidth is low.
So, well, ma'am, as far
Again, it's gone.
as my service here, it's. Can I proceed?
You are extremely audible. Please go ahead. I think somebody who is not able to hear you might be having a problem at their end. You are totally audible.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I am sure that the takeaways that I shared about Ravinder Ji's speech was received by all. Can I have a confirmation on that, or do I need to repeat myself?
Yeah, it's hard. You can proceed.
Thank you so much. All right, then I'll move over to our next wonderful speaker, Mr. Enrique Acosta. Thank you so much. And I too feel blessed along with you to be connected on a cross-cultural and cross-border connectivity. It is an absolute pleasure to have known you through this particular LinkedIn platform, Mr. Enrique. His message was enrich your lives through this LinkedIn family. And that is what we all need to do. How enriching, how enlightening could this network platform be utilized for? And thank you for that. And moving on to our next speaker, who is a communication and leadership expert, Mr. Sunil Robert. Thank you so much. And here we go with a very good phrase that he anchored upon, digging a well for water before we are thirsty. Exactly, sir. Connect, advance for mutual benefit and for long-term plans. And ensure to post content to refresh like-minded souls, and do not forget to refresh your own soul in the same process. Rajiv Handaji, a self-sufficient and a leadership enthusiast. You are an amazing individual who is now immersed in the happiness of giving with a set of 40 people above 40. That is a noble cause indeed. An absolutely fabulous experience that you share that imprints memorable life experience, not only in your life, but in all those who have heard you speaking today. And your message was absolutely crystal clear, and that I would agree with. The legacy that you leave behind, what do you want to be when you are gone? And your message to be carried and followed by many other people who are like-minded souls of you through social reciprocity. That is actually a validation and manifestation of human existence. What a wonderful message that was. Thank you so much for that, Rajiv ji. And wow, I have always hated math and I have never understood formula, but Raj Gupta ji, your formula, A square into C square was very clear, and I'm going to carry this for the rest of my life. Appreciate and amplify through consistency and content. An absolute formula that LinkedIn now has to follow for their own algorithms. Celebrating the victory of others. Thank you so much for that, Raj Gupta ji. Mr. Vijit, we move on to Mr. Vijit here, who emphasizes on human-to-human networking and also enlightened us all on emotional exchange. I'm sure we would all agree that emotional exchange is always higher, no matter what, no matter how far and how global connectivity is concerned. Emotional exchange when it comes to person is always the best way. Get to know your prospects and cast the net as wide as possible. The unique value proposition is what matters to your own self-transformation and that of the others. Another wonderful message left to the minds and the hearts of all viewers and followers. Colonel Amit ji, the journey of self-discovery, is that what he platform himself, so his own valuable context. It's a never-ending learning process. Beyond willingness to help others can also help grow yourself. I think that goes hand in hand in that of Rajiv ji's values as well. As much as you give, you grow yourself as well. A secret and magical ingredient to success. And there we go, as the final speaker, Ms. Shivani Rawat, who was a chair all of the 10 speakers. Quality and purpose, as simple as that can get, is your quality of the content, and the purpose of yourself, the purpose of your presence is what you would be sharing, conveying out there to the entire group of followers. And there, I would like to end the take homes, and I hand back controls over to Darshanji. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thanks a lot, Famida. And I think this is the way, network, or we emerge as a strong team, wherein we identify each other's potential, work upon each other's strength, and deliver the great message or the greatness of the greatness of our qualities back to the society, back to the humanity. Now we have a doctor, a manager, and software professionals, and adding so many values, like in our organization, she is an HR. Pallavi, Dr. Pallavi, she is an expert journalist. So Pallavi, if you can, summarize what our audience is speaking, and at a later stage, definitely you also are going to speak about your experience on network. But right now, if you can summarize the experiences of our audience.
Definitely. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the summit. So I think this is the first time that we're doing something like this, where we're collecting all the feedback in real time. And it's just so that, the session is more engaging. We all can see what the other person is thinking. And in case you miss out on some comment, you can always follow up by looking at this presentation. Right. So, okay. So yeah, this was, I believe, for the first couple of presentations where Bandhan sir said, well said, Sunil sir. Raj Gupta sir said, love the energy. It is awesome to hear Ravinder, Enrique, and now Sunil. Then Ms. Rashmi Sharma said, great to see so many knows people beyond their LinkedIn profiles, which is the purpose of this summit, I believe. Okay. Right. So Ms. Rukia Khan says, true that, love TCOL. Dr. Scott said, give before you get. Thank you all for sharing. Love the well analogy. Suman Murthy says, art of living is giving. Okay, so these are some wonderful thoughts. Sadhbir says, great thoughts, Rajiv sir. Swarleen Kaur says, superb thoughts, Rajiv sir, lot to learn. Suman Murthy says, okay, art of living is giving. Shivam says, it's awesome. Mr. Amit Ganguly says, wonderful, Rajiv ji. Mr. Sunesh Bhardwaj says, so amazing, Rajiv sir. So I think everyone truly enjoyed Rajiv sir's presentation. Ms. Arpana Penta says, it's a wonderful experience listening to the experienced minds. Ms. Gauri Das has said, amazing strategy, Raj, A square, C square. Okay. Mr. Hardik Verma says, it's so amazing to hear from these astounding personalities. Colonel Amit has said, awesome to be here. Darshan, all thanks to you. Keep rocking. Mr. Nishant Kumar says, you are a rocking sales leader, Vijit. Kudos to your spirit of giving at all times. Absolutely rock solid attitude exhibited with great call to action. So I think having a great call to action truly shows that you are a wonderful salesperson. And in response, I believe Mr. Vijit has said, thank you so much, Nishant. You have been one of the best ever connect, mentor, supportive person out in LinkedIn. So it's wonderful to see that people have known each other since before this summit, and now they are connecting again over the summit. Okay, so there's another comment that says, thank you, great talk. And Mr. Nishant has again said, great to hear your thoughts, Colonel Amit, once again. The way you have been giving to community consistently is truly awesome. More power to you. Okay, so with this, I think I will end my, I'll stop
thanks
sharing.
a lot. I think now back to the mainstream of presentation, and we have almost 10 more members to go, and we have 1 more hour. So we are just on time. Let's start with Bandhanji. So Bandhanji, our latest discovery, but I know we are going to go long way in terms of helping each other. So Bandhanji, over to you.
Namaskar, everyone. Greetings of the hour to one and all. And what has brought us together, most of us together here, is the TCOL conclave, as we call it, is our connect with each other through LinkedIn. LinkedIn is undoubtedly one of the most secure and the largest professional networking site for people worldwide. Now, this is something we all know. To tell you the truth, I had my LinkedIn account created by my daughter around 4 years back. And not once did I realize back then the indispensability of the leveraging of this networking platform for enhancing my visibility as a professional or for career advancement for that matter. I was actually more of an FB person, an Insta person, and it was only during the lockdown in India post March 24 that I took to LinkedIn seriously and became one of its 610 million active users across 200 plus countries. And believe you me, once I took to it, I got hooked to it. It went on to become my virtual Rolodex. It helped me to actualize the fact that I so often heard of till now, your network is your net worth. Why? Well, for one, it helps create and maintain symbiotic relationships. You get to connect with prospective mentors, associates, recruiters, clients, and partners all at one place. So, what more could you ask for? But everything is not as hunky dory as it sounds. Even LinkedIn has its own set of flaws. Of late, I feel not all content is relevant, not all of it makes that human connect. Lately, I think spamming has also become the new normal on LinkedIn as well. At times, I feel my feed seems to get lost in an ocean of content. The personal connect, the human touch seems to be losing its luster. So, how do we go about winning this digital game with a human touch? For one, I believe in connecting on LinkedIn, we should connect with people and not just profiles. Make sure you send a personal customized connect request each time, and while you're doing so, you should you can kind of make a mention about the common connect or a common hobby, or maybe simply stating the reason why you would like to connect with them. It adds that personal touch to the invite, and I think it also adds to the probability of that person not just accepting your connect request, but he may also get interested in what you do, thereby even opening avenues for collaboration in the future. I think we can use storytelling to connect with people. Storytelling, which is so full of values like compassion, empathy, integrity, and I think that speaks volumes of you as a person. But a word of caution here, don't be fake with your stories. Your stories should resonate with the kind of person you actually are. Make sure your summary talks about who you are, what you do, and actually how you can go ahead, help empower people or transform lives. That's the tagline of our Coaching Cum Trading Institute as well. Make sure your summary talks about you and it communicates with people. Make sure you communicate with people not just with your mind, but also with your heart. One more thing that I've come across lately is that normally the LinkedIn URL by default is a very long combination of several numbers. But thankfully, LinkedIn has come up with this customized vanity URL, which is definitely more humane and has a better recall value. You can even go ahead, ask for recommendations, endorsements for your skills from people who have closely observed your work and actually know you about your skills, about your work, and everything. I think this can help to connect people. We can have an edge to edge connect, what you can call it virtually. So we can have an edge to edge connect virtually. Do not forget to comment, like other people's post. But the catch here is just do not keep randomly commenting and liking as you scroll down. Perform this action only when you feel for something, only when it resonates with you, only when it strikes a chord with you. And yes, people love to reciprocate. So the more you engage with them, their posts, they're more likely to get back to you in terms of action on your post. So it has to be value for value, social for social, engagement for engagement, the way it works in real life. It's all about give and take. And I think, as someone mentioned before me, don't be an I, me, myself person. Don't always be focused on sales, leads, revenues, generation, business. Remember, ultimately, it's a social platform. So, to conclude, I would just like to say, even though there are a whole lot of flaws that we've been discussing about, I'm still not in any mood to give up on LinkedIn. I think it is like a pie. PIE, a platform that connects people to people, I, ideas, and E, expected existing opportunities. And it's all about creating meaningful, purposeful, symbiotic relationships. So let's connect with C, compassion, O, optimism, N, naturalness, N, nicety, E, empathy, C, credibility, and tact for T. Hope I've been able to add some value to the summit in my own capacity. And yes, before I take your leave, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to Darshan sir and the entire TCOL team for this amazing opportunity. Thank you all.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Bandanji. And I think you are also part of planning and organizing this by supporting us in that podcast and making our voice heard to your group. So great, thanks a lot. And I invite
the pleasure is all mine, sir.
Yes, I invite each and everyone to be a part of the podcast, which is a new initiative we have started, and it takes hardly 10 minutes to be part of that podcast. Come join. It's just like a WhatsApp call. It gets recorded. We add the music, and boom, it is on uh, all the 10 platforms at the same time. So it's a great experience, and I invite those who are part of this to be part of TCOL podcast. And those who are part of this summit and those who are listening on YouTube, I request them to follow our hashtag the Circle of Legends. If you can do it right away, I think it will be great. Right now we have 619 followers to that hashtag. If we increase the more, I think during this meeting probably it should reach up to 700 followers. So let's set a target and work target oriented so that we achieve one target out of this meeting. So next, let's move to Voni, and I think she has lot many aspects to share about the LinkedIn networking, and hope she will share her recent experience about some mishap happened to her account. So Voni, over to you.
Hi, yeah, well, what one of the things being about towards the end of the speakers, everybody said everything you want to say, so that's a little bit challenging. So where am I going to start? I'm going to start from the reason why I started to use LinkedIn. Before the pandemic, I did a lot of traveling. I did 60 flights last year, and it was basically that I am a literacy consultant. I go to schools, but while I do that, I always take time out to visit projects to break the cycle of poverty in rural areas, countries that are economically disadvantaged. And so there's always a dual purpose to whatever I do. So before the pandemic, I didn't really utilize LinkedIn as much as I could have. And as just mentioned, I just had a bad experience where I was hacked. And so that's talking about the negativity of LinkedIn. And also somebody mentioned about how you get the attraction for bad things, but also it's not a dating agency too. I think Enrique mentioned that. Yeah, I'm quite happy. I don't want any marriage proposals. But one of the good things that has happened with using this is, as everyone has said, the purpose of using it has to have a reason. And when you network, it's a good thing, because I have managed to meet up with people I would never have probably invested the time in before. And that is working on projects about giving back to the community in their areas. Although that we're doing it online, it's working. The networking is working. Equally, what I do post, I think about what I post. And I've also been doing a little experiment about posting the one poster and see what comes back to that. Why does a poster of a pencil get more likes than a really good content? So it's been a time of experimentation for me. But what I would say about LinkedIn, this was a huge opportunity. It's a great way for me to contact with yourselves. And I do feel that much of what I probably was going to mention has been mentioned, so I don't want to repeat that again. But there's a difference, because before I used to use Facebook a lot, and that has turned out to be more of a vanity following, where you're looking at likes. Whereas with LinkedIn, I'm actually connecting with people who are doing the same thing I'm doing. They are really out there. They understand the dynamics that you're working in, the challenges that you have every day, and equally the reason for why you're doing it. I do an awful lot of work free online, a lot of coaching, a lot of courses, because I'm reaching the people I would never have physically got to before. And LinkedIn has given me the opportunity to do that, and even extend that to doing talks professionally. So it has worked really well, but I believe there's more to LinkedIn. I just haven't tapped into it. I need to spend time understanding the dynamics of it more. So perhaps it's people like yourselves who can help me with that. And that's it really. But yeah, the hacking was a bad experience, I have to say. I lost a lot of messages and a lot of information, and I have had my profiles copied several times. So that's the negative, but that's such a small percentage. I can cope with that.
Yeah, so I think thanks a lot, Ronnie. And as you have rightly mentioned, that we do have expertise, and several of the members of our group can complement each other by sharing that expertise or lessons learned, what is working, what is not working, while connecting with the people. Because there are millions of people like-minded people, but we are not able to reach out to them, or they are not able to consume our content for a reason or two. And when you produce a content within a day or two, it goes into the black hole. So how to bring out from that black hole, and our creativity, how to keep it alive? Probably we need to learn from each other, and we need to publish a research paper. Probably sooner or later we will be publishing it in terms of a small paper, which can help each one of us in terms of pointers, not a detailed essay. So that do's and don'ts and something like that, which is been cited by so many experts, but we do not have time to go and be behind them. So we will prepare our own manual kind of thing, and we will take benefit of it. Definitely we will not reinvent the wheel. We will learn from them only.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. So thanks, Moni. And next presenter is Deepak Ji. I think Deepak Ji has not managed earlier, but if possible by him, I think if I may invite him on screen. Deepak Ji. Deepak Ji, is it possible for you? Okay. In the meantime, Deepak Ji prepares. I think we can call Siddharth, who is actually in the sequence, and after Siddharth, Gauri is there. So between Siddharth and Gauri, if Deepak Ji is ready, I think we will have a word from Deepak Ji also. So Siddharth, over to you, please.
Okay. Hi. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. So thanks, Mr. Darshan and the TOCL community for arranging this fantastic program. So just to give a background, I head digital marketing for a Danish company in India, and I've been into marketing and digital marketing for almost close to 15 years now. And I also conduct a coaching program on LinkedIn for a lot of people. So based on that and based on the conversation I've had with a lot of people and some personal experiences from some of the people who have attended my program, I've tried to jot down the points. The first most important thing which I would like to tell is LinkedIn is a reputation. So it's like a personal reputation asset. It's a personal brand asset, and it's not a online resume, or it's not just a generic sales tool. So the most important thing, which obviously a lot of people have also told before, is being clear about the objective. And beyond LinkedIn, it's not about likes and comments and shares. The other thing is about understanding LinkedIn as a funnel. So if you take a marketing funnel, right from an awareness to interest to a call to action. So every portion of LinkedIn, be it the top banner or be it the recommendation, everything has its purpose, whether it's in the top of the funnel or it's serving the purpose at the bottom of the funnel. So I think that is something which people need to be sensitive about on what do they put over where. The third thing which I would like to tell is it's like a sinusoidal wave. So as someone said, initially you're not known and then you become well known. And now the challenge is closing of the loop. So I've had that personal experience as well, where I've probably taken more than I can chew. So it becomes a very bad reputation once you've given a commitment, you've got leads, and you're not able to meet the commitment. So be very sensitive about it. When you start getting leads, or when people approach you, try to close the loop. At least if you're not able to do it, at least inform them. Otherwise, your reputation is going to go for a toss. For job seekers especially, do not oversell. Please be as truthful as possible, because if you're going to oversell yourself, you're going to get caught once you're into your job. Content, to add on to this, what Bandhanji was mentioning about storytelling. Yeah, okay. So what is close the loop? Someone is asking. So closing the loop in the sense, if someone is asking you for something on LinkedIn, get back to them. If you're not able to serve their request, at least tell them that you can't do it, or put them on to someone who would be the right person. Don't let them hanging, or don't accept jobs and don't deliver. Okay? So content, again, is not all about creativity. It needs to have a purpose, and people need to understand that. The next one is about, it's all about, of late, I've been seeing this formula for content saying that every content needs to have a hook so that people can start writing comments. Not required. As long as you're able to add value, people need not really engage with you in the form of comments. You need not trigger conversations. As long as the audience has got what they wanted, it's ready, it's done. Think about your stakeholder experience. That's the ultimate growth hack. The ultimate growth hack is experience which your stakeholders or your community gets from you. And that's the ultimate hack for brand or growth. It's a personal brand, and it should reflect who you actually are. And do not take a stance so that that kind of a persona is popular. Please try to be as truthful as you are, so that that's what will really get you the value which LinkedIn can give you. Craft your own journey. Don't try to copy what others do, because what others do may work for them, not for you. And 2 or 3 more points is that it's a place where knowledge should win. It's not about individuals winning, because I've seen a lot of people who post opinion, and if someone tries to contradict or oppose it, they get into a verbal argument. No, it's not required. Just take their feedback, and it's up to you to really accept it or not. But then knowledge should win. It should be a platform where knowledge and value wins, and not individual people. And then the other thing right now, what I've seen is a lot of people getting into this compulsive need to continuously churn out content. Not required. Whenever you churn out content, I think it should add value to people. It's not, you don't need the necessity that every day I need to put out one piece of content. And the other important thing is it's a means to an end. I see a lot of people celebrating that their post got 1 lakh views, and then celebrating that 1 lakh view. But how much of it is relevant to you? Okay. So, and these are all certain things which I think a lot of others also mentioned. It's a means to an end, and it's not an end in itself. Be sensitive to your audience, understand your customer, and add value to the community. And with that, I would end my session.
Great, Siddharth. I think you are one of the person who is going to be a target for all 60 people. Guys, please approach him, learn from him. And Siddharth, if you can prepare that manual which I have told before,
Sure.
or help me preparing,
Sure,
we will
sure.
circulate amongst our group so that they can
Sure.
benefit greatly. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thanks a lot. We are privileged to have you here.
Thanks
And
for the Darshan.
let's move to Gauri. So, Gauri, are you there? Okay, I think Gauri Das is also facing some technical challenges. Deepak ji has said that he is happy listening to all the experts rather than speaking. So we'll give him that respect because he is a person who values even listening from the youngsters also, and he learns a lot from each one of them, and he shares his wisdom when required. So definitely he will share it back to us in terms of his post. We have Shonesh now. So Sonesh, if you are comfortable, you can come on screen.
Yes, Darshanji, I can take it out. I think I'm loud and clear.
Yes, you are.
All right. So, very good evening to all of you, whosoever can hear me loud and clear. Good morning, good afternoon, as per the time zone wherever we are sitting. And first of all, I would like to extend my warm greetings and thanks to Darshanji for coming down and bringing all the eminent speakers for such a wonderful platform. So, thank you so much, Darshanji and TCOL team completely, because it's a team game, obviously. And before I proceed into my introduction and probably into the little bit depth of the topic which we are going to share our views on, I also would like to thank all the eminent speakers who have spoken so brilliantly so far, and there was so much of learning, as speakers. So it's overwhelming response, I think, and it's amazing to be here. So with this, let me just give a quick background about myself. My name is Sunesh Bhardwaj. I am basically from Delhi, but staying in Bangalore for the last 14 years. uh, Education wise, I'm an electronics and telecommunication engineer, but I was so passionate and I was following my heart because I felt the best journey of an individual is following what you are passionate about rather than getting into a forcing act. And though I had a very wonderful technical job, but still I felt no, sales and marketing is something which I resonate with. So after working for 14 years of my corporate career, working with all the leading MNCs, handling sales, marketing, training, and operation as their portfolios, and turned out to be a life coach and a business coach. So today, currently, what I do as a global motivational speaker, I help out people wherever I feel I can add value to their lives. And as a life coach and business coach, I mentor a lot of people, individuals, corporate houses, especially when it comes to peak performances. So this is a little bit brief about me now. Coming down the segment of what we are looking out, that is a brilliant topic called networking beyond LinkedIn. Let me just share a quick a small stepping story how I get into this practice. I never been a kind of social person, and especially if you talk about social media as a platform, because I was involved into a lot of extensive traveling and just doing seminars, and you know how the training and coaching business works. Most of the time we were traveling, interacting. So for me, the personal touch is all about when you interact with somebody one on one, or at least have a telephonic call. And I never used to get into this mindset of, okay, fine, let me just drop a formal message. Even not a WhatsApp connects to me. So, what has happened for the last 6 to 8 months due to this entire pandemic? Uh, Being a coach, I start getting a lot of calls, start connecting to a lot of people. I made a point that every day I'm going to connect to 5 new people, and helping them out into whatever areas best I can. So, as life and business coaching is something my key domain, and I followed it religiously for the last, say, about good 7 months. And LinkedIn, trust me, I don't have a follower base of, say, about 20,000 or 30,000. Absolutely no. I have a wonderful set of crowd, which is just right now, I think, touching somewhere 1,000 plus. I'll be very honest with you. And I'm so happy that even I having 1,000 plus, all the 1,000 plus 7 has converted into my followers. And especially, I want to just focus here on three key aspects. what made me to actually get onto this platform. I was very clear why I'm getting on this platform. So I think for a lot of youngsters, and especially if you're a college student or even if you're a professional from any leading industry, you should know why you are getting interacted on this particular platform. So if your why is clear, I think you have a better funnel to design on for yourself, right? So it's a social platform. Yes, there are a lot of things which we can't avoid, but I think you can always have a fair clarity on with whom you are connecting and why you are connecting. If that segment is clear in your brain, trust me, you are going to develop the best funnel for yourself and you will enjoy that, right? As a human. Because my key agenda here to be on LinkedIn, I always work on to work life balance. For me, it's not only about professional and it's not completely about being social, right? If you are authentic, I feel people are going to love you the way you are, and that's what I follow and I believe into it. So first thing is know your why. Secondly, be authentic, because every individual I do feel have something to contribute to the society. Let it be it's just you have to figure out your languaging skills, your all this thing is something, a skill set which all of us we can work on going over a period of time. But I think the most important thing is you speak out with your heart, connect with people with a lot of authenticity rather than just faking around and typing and doing something which will probably not make any sense, right? So second is be authentic about what you do. Third thing is work life balance. When I talk about this particular point, I just want to tell you one simple thing. You are connected on this platform. It's a wonderful professional platform. Just understand how you can help people to whom you are connecting in which professional manner, but equally never ever leave the human touch. Because I feel if you are not at all connected to people onto the human or humanitarian ground, definitely the entire purpose of that generating leads, revenues, and talking only about sales pitches is all toss, right? It will not add value to you. First of all is your human touch, human connect. If you're able to crack it well, trust me, your half of the battle is done, right? Because when like-minded people connect with you, definitely you feel the energy, the sync is there, and that's how you get into your professional dealings. So this is my journey, guys, for the last eight months. It's been phenomenally great, and I still enjoy. And I still remember when I connected to Bandan ma'am and Darshan ji. It's through all LinkedIn professional, circle, how we all get connected, and every day it's a learning from everyone. Last but not the least, the important point which I want to mention here, I have seen like a lot of time we get into this mindset that I'm a professional. If I don't put a lot of content, probably people are not going to value me. I have tried a different way here. I always try to make sure to add flavor to my content. Now, when I say flavor, it's not only about typing, right? Sometimes I love to post certain videos. Sometimes I love to post some sort of document which I have written so that people can consume the content, the right content with a different, prospects, right? And when you have a follower base who actually connects to you on your idea, definitely these all can be utilized into the maximize or optimum best uses. So these are all tools, guys, which you can follow and add flavor to your own learning, as well as giving a lot of knowledge sharing to your followers. So this is all about from my side. Thank you so much, everyone, once again.
Thanks a lot, Shonesh ji. And I think from our learning of past 3 summits, we have seen that this is now the time where it comes that people gets tired. So it's a popcorn time or it's a Coca-Cola time. So
right.
I don't think so we can offer that, but we would like to invite someone who can bring that smile on everyone's faces. So let us have Harshit, who is we have scheduled him at last, but we are bringing him at first. So Harshit, over to you. I think put something, as he's not going to play comedy, but he's going to inspire all of us, those who are doing networking. So Harshit, over to you, please.
Thank you, Darshan sir. Am I audible and visible totally?
Yes, you are.
Okay, great. So first of all, I'll thank everyone out here. Like, first of all, Darshan sir, who gave me this great opportunity to speak in front of so many eminent speakers, like speakers who have experience in years more than what my age is actually right now. So I'll continue with what my speech is. There's one thing that I've learned from LinkedIn, because I just joined LinkedIn, I guess, a few months back, like 2-3 months back. If you're on a social media platform, one thing is very common to everyone who's trying out there. One is everyone's trying to bring that content to the media, like to the platform, correct? Like if you want to get known, if you want to get acknowledged enough, you have to put something which is very creative out there, correct? Something innovative. And I, as a student, I didn't have much time to do that. Like earlier in beginning of the lockdown, I had a lot of time to, post something or, make up something to, keep people engaged in. And I used to do that. But I didn't cover up the consistency that I should have, right? Suddenly, something popped out to me and I started working on some sort of networking, which I learned from myself. I always knew I am good at connecting and talking to people, right? So I'll tell you one thing, guys. It's okay if you're not great at creating content out there, right? It's okay, but how you can actually bring that human to human connect, how actually you can bring that resonance between the like-minded people that you have, is the way that I am going to tell you right now. What I used to do is, it's like I connect with almost more than 10 to 15 people every day. Not saying much, but I guess I have around 2300 followers right now, and connections as well. My question to my one question to all of you is, how many of you have actually spoken to at least 50% of your connections or followers? Can I have a raise of hands? Like, how many of you have actually spoken to them? Anyone out there? 50%. Okay, I'll tell you one thing. Most of them are busy putting content out there. What I do is, as soon as I get connected to someone, just like the previous speaker spoke, put something very generous to them. Like humility is the key, correct? Put a very generous message to them. I put that message to them, right? Like, hi, I am Harshit. Nice to meet you. Okay. And as soon as I get the revert message back, I open their profile. I check whatever they have gone through, whatever they have done, their recent activity, where they have schooled, where they have, what are their fields, correct? And I somehow or the other try to connect in that particular aspect. Like, let's take Darshan sir. He's a guy who is in TCS, right? It's a technical company. Plus, he's trying to build a community where people like us can speak, correct? So I connected him on a context where I can talk to him about, right? So yes, if you want to continue that, talking and the conversation should go on, try to connect people and then actually talk them about it, right? It's like continuing that human connect between people. And I did that. And the one and the best proof that I have is I'm speaking right here, right in front of you.
Yeah. So
if I say one thing,
yeah.
I am Harshit, right? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're
Yes.
speaking something.
So Harshit, as you have quite well, communicated that you connect 10 people every day, almost 10 people, and it's
Yes.
worth, it's worth then connecting more than 1,000 people in a month or something, like that, because you personally know them. A question to you: how many
Yes, sir.
of them have benefited you?
Okay. I'll give you a very simple layout. Okay. Let's take I connect to 100 people in one day. Okay. And I text every single person out there. If I give in percentage, I get 80% replies back. And if I say if they have helped me out, well, not everyone is in that professional field, correct? But I can certainly say I got at least 10 to 15 opportunities recently. Like I got to become a president and ambassador of a few communities recently. I got to speak here in TCOL. Then plus I got to become, a professional speaker with Rishabh Singh. He's a LinkedIn strategist. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I got an opportunity. And yes, this thing works actually, which I tried.
Correct. So this is what I wanted to tell the community as a Nate takeaway. I wish you will make several videos on your platform and then you will share
Correct.
with us. In interest of time, we will not go up to the length. Sorry, if I have to cut your message short, but I wish every one of us goes through the complete length of the message, but like people will start leaving otherwise because it's a dinner time in India. So let's respect them, and we will definitely come back with a commitment that we will have videos from Harshit placed on our platform as well as your profile. Okay, now we have Fahmida and we have Sumaji. So first, let's go to Sumaji. If you are there, Suma.
Yes, Darshan.
Yeah. And next, like we have 5 speakers, probably. Pallavi, I think we will, withdraw your privilege of speaking because you speak a lot on our platform. So in interest of time, we will speak
Sure,
with
sir.
Suma.
Sure, sir. No worries.
Yeah, and we will then speak with Shoma, we will speak with Fahmida, we will speak with Rashi. If Gauri is available, we will speak with Gauri, and if Vandana ma'am is available, we will speak with Vandana ji. So over to you, Suma ji.
Thank you, Darshan. Okay, good evening, everyone. Namaste. I'm super excited to be part of this program today, and especially on today's topic, networking is one of my favorite topic. Well, this is Suma Negowda here. I'm a career coach and a director in one of the startup company. I'm a mentor at Prayana Labs for a comeback to career mission, wherein we help women who take in a career break to restart the journey. As a career coach, I'm on a mission to help as many women as possible who are stuck in a career to fast track the career growth. Without taking much time,
Suma ji, just 1 minute, please. I think our screen has frozen to.
Harsha.
Yeah, just 1 minute. Yeah. Yeah, now I can see you. Please continue. Yeah.
Okay, so I can continue, right?
Yes, please.
Yes. As a career coach, basically, I'm on a mission to help as many women as possible who are stuck in a career to fast track the career growth. Then without taking much time, let me, give more insights on today's topic. To give my experience on LinkedIn, I think it's a great experience. It's amazing. LinkedIn is basically one of my favorite platform. I call it as a gold mine. How much we put an effort to get the gold from a mine. Similar effort we have to put in a LinkedIn to get the benefit out of it, right? So basically, no, I'm every day I'm getting to learn a lot from the LinkedIn. It could be on a technology terms, or it could be on a humanitarian skills like empathy or critical thinking, etc. from the industry expert. Every day is a great learning. I'm adopting those learnings for myself in a professional journey or in a personal journey. I'm also putting in a lot of effort to share my experience because I believe sharing is caring. Okay, so now let me tell what best thing happened to me in a LinkedIn. I'm a kind of person who is contributing more towards a woman organization on women empowerment programs. Few of the organizations from the LinkedIn reached out to me, to recognize my effort, what I'm doing for the women empowerment. It's really great. They wanted to share my effort on women empowerment to showcase my story in their platform. It's really nice, right? Someone is coming forward to encourage or to recognize your work. I'm really thankful to those people. Yeah. Next, tell about basically the negativity on LinkedIn. So far, I have not come across anything because the LinkedIn is understanding the people requirement. The LinkedIn understanding the trend, what people is need. For example, they're coming with a lot of new features, like I think the event which is going on, and the polls are the stories, etc. This is basically motivating the people or encouraging the people to stay on this particular platform and leverage it, right? Okay, so now to summarize, I think we can do the networking. It could be in a LinkedIn or any other platform. It would be Twitter or a Facebook, etc. But the core is we need to understand the power of networking, right? And what are the benefits of getting connected with the people? So just to give a small example, I got my all jobs from the day one, the day out of my college till today. I got all my job through networking. This is what I call a power of networking or a magic of networking. Interview was just a formal process. I just got all my job through networking, right? So next, I think all the speakers basically so far, I think they've given a lot of insights on today's topic. I would like to end my share today with one small story, how you can connect to the people and what are the different kind of people you should have it in your network. So let me share a small story. When I used to fish, I used to get all the fishes. You know how? There is a story behind that. Bendy fry is my favorite food. I used to put that as a bait to the fish, but I never used to get the fishes. After all, bendy fry is my favorite food, right? Then I changed a little bit. I changed the food to the the fish foods like worms, insects, etc. With that, I started getting varieties of fishes, and all the time I never missed at any time. I started applying the same fishing concept when I started networking with the people. It could be in an office, or it could be in any networking events or a conference, anywhere. With this, I was able to get any kind of fishes, right? So I would suggest anybody, if you want to go to start networking, apply fishing concept. And I just want to add.
Thanks a lot. I think we have guests. We are saying that they will be short of the time. I think literally at the end, this happens in all our summit, that we have to request the speakers to minimize their talk. But really, I appreciate, and I have got many insight from your story. The specific thing which you have mentioned about getting the job. As people invest in other people, then only you get the referrals, and then only it is possible to get the job. So I think that is also a key takeaway, that use LinkedIn for networking and with a longer sight, with long-term vision, not immediate or short-term vision. Okay. Now we have...
Darshanji, am I audible now?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, wonderful.
Yes,
can I go ahead?
Yeah, you can go ahead, Adiba. 3 minutes precisely.
Yeah, sure. I'll try to close it even earlier.
Sure, Gauri.
So thank you so much, Darshanji, for creating this platform. And the testimony itself says that how wonderful the program has been. So I would, since you have allotted 3 minutes, I would only talk about 3 topics. One, why am I here? Why am I on LinkedIn? I'm not on any other social media platform, no Facebook, no any other platform for me. I'm here because I learn here every day. I share my knowledge and I network. Like somebody said, I also believe strongly that network is your network. And that's where we have to be, where all professionals are. And similarly, it helps in other areas also, in your job, in your real life. I have got connected to so many people, and I have been to so many platforms through LinkedIn, that it has been, like somebody said, it has been a gold mine for me. And many of you who are present here today, I would say 70% of us are already connected. I can reach out to even Dave Ulrich, who is master of modern HR, because it is possible through LinkedIn. So that's why I am here. Second thing, what we should do to connect. So it's not only about having that profile and commenting, and and another learning is what comes from disengagement, or disagreement through the post. So when I write, at times there are 150 comments also, and some of them would definitely be which are not in agreement with my post. So then I get a different perspective. I come to know that, okay, this is how you can also think. This is very important. And I really believe in connecting with people, and that's why I have not connected with half of my network. But yes, because I have 24,000 connections, so it's not possible. But I connect with 2 people every week, and many of you would realize that I have called you, I have reached out to you, and that has really helped me. And similarly, the platform which is called as LinkedIn Local Navi Mumbai, that again connects you offline. Nowadays, it is again online, but it is beyond profile. And finally, the mistakes that I have made on LinkedIn, I would like to share that. I used to reach out to people only at the time when I had some requirement from them. So I was not reaching out to them to connect, to learn from them, but to get something sorted. And I have been blocked by people. So remember, it's 3:1 formula that I follow now. 3 times at least you have to give, and then you should think that you will be getting back something. So that is all I would like to share about LinkedIn. Thank you so much, Darshanji.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Gauri. It has been my privilege to have face to the profile connection. I used to follow you since quite long, and I wished that we might have talked. So this platform gives such opportunities, to come face to face. And this was the basic objective of, as we have mentioned also, that let's get a chance to know a person, what they feel, what are their motives and intentions, and what are their baseline, integrity or mission statements. So thanks a lot once again, Gauri, and let's move to Fahmida.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Fahmida? And we have 41 guests. I think 41 attendees are still there. One, surprise message we have, just like every time we have a special guest who is going to speak at last. And let me reveal his name. His name is Yash. So up to that, I will just, keep the information, and then let's listen to him at last. So before that, let's listen to Fahmida if she is available. No, I think she has also got dropped. So I think we have heard Fahmida and listened to her also. So let's have Rashi. So Rashi, are you available? Okay, Yash, you be ready to fire after, if Rashi ji is not available.
Hello.
Yes, Rashi ji.
Sorry, sir. I just had a network issue. So good evening to one and all. I am Rashi, and I'm currently pursuing MBA from IIM Jammu. So since we're already short of time, I'm going to keep it very crisp. So all of us have been talking, like we've had esteemed speakers, and it was actually a very insightful session. Thank you to Darshan sir for organizing this. One of the things I would actually like to emphasize is just be very mindful of the kind of influencers you follow on LinkedIn. What we see becomes our thoughts, and what we think about becomes our action, and ultimately our life. So there's a lot of content on LinkedIn. It's literally a beacon of knowledge, but it needs to be used really well. You need to, if you find something disturbing, if you find like there's a lot of rubbish, just kind of like try to unfollow that person and find what you resonate with, connect, and make a meaningful relationship with that person. Like try to make it as interactive as the connection as interactive as possible, and just be yourself on LinkedIn. Just don't try to put up a robotic front. We're all humans, and we all have faults, and just acknowledge them, and kind of like I would say that be very mindful of your activities, of the people you're following, their activities. And that was me. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. I think that's one of the key message, or one of the key dimension wherein we have added a value. Now we have almost 13 more minutes remaining. 3 minutes we will give it to Yash. So 10 minutes still we have. So let's open a debate. So any topic which we would like to discuss, and anyone would like to add value, raise your hand, and we will take up that question or that input for 30 seconds. So anyone, and I think I can see Raj Gupta ji. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah, don't call me sir. I've said time and again, and now yeah, just call me Raj. I think it's so amazing because I was not planning to be, on your show till 10 o'clock, but listening to so many people, and half of them, any which way, I am already interacting with. And as Gauri says, humanly, it is not possible. Somebody put in like, 50% of your connections or followers, are you talking to them? So I was just wondering, even I go with my speed of connecting with one person every day. So this is what I follow, talking to one person every day. I may not reach there because right now I have 70,000 of them. So maybe I would have covered 720 or 750 of them. And few of them are here, right from Rajiv to Gauri to Ravinder and others. So it's fantastic. It's amazing. Darshan, I've truly enjoyed it. I have been to, various summits, conferences within India, outside, but the amount of camaraderie, collaboration, togetherness that I see with the energy, from young fellows coming in is just awesome. Just love it. So if there is anything I can do, or anybody wants to connect with me, if I could be of any support, guidance, help, feel free to reach out to me, through LinkedIn. This is the only platform that I use. And any question, if I have to answer, I would be happy to answer. So thanks for having me here, Darshan.
Thank you, sir. Thank you once again. Sorry, I have kept sir in my mind. So thanks.
That's fine. This happens. This happens.
I
It's a
will
context.
develop that habit.
Once you work with US companies, you get out of that habit. So you think twice. Even your dad, you want to call with the first name.
First name, yeah.
So it happens.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank you, Raj. Anyone else who would like to express or join?
Hi, this is Moideen from Sri Lanka.
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
So how is Sri
It's the
Lanka
first
right
time
now? Is it
Yeah,
cold
you're in
or
Sri
it's
Lanka.
humid?
It is humid and the climate is little okay.
Okay, great. Yes.
Yeah, so
Yes,
I'm
please.
into IT industry and I'm into ERP system, SAP B1. So we are working for one of the partners, and also I have my own which is into IT hardware and related to peripherals and accessories. So if anybody interested to join with me, if any business opportunities I have, so I'm willing to work together.
Okay, sure. I think you can approach to the people, and the networking, should be groomed with the right kind of people at the right pace. So I think in a group there will be especially people with a special interest, so they can connect with you. Sure. I think let's move to Yash then. Yash, are you ready?
Sir, give me 2 minutes only, please.
Sure, please. Okay, so who else would like to add anything? Like we have Zahra. Oh, sorry, Zahra, we have missed you completely. Please unmute yourself.
Good evening,
How come we can miss?
That's fine. That's fine. I'm happy to listen. So thank you very much for the lovely show that you've created here, and very nice to see everybody here. I'm often kind of bumping into everybody's posts, but it's quite refreshing to see faces for a change, So we're always just going around, going like and comment. So that's quite nice. So my experience of LinkedIn, I arrived around about June here. I had a corporate background of about 195 contacts, which I knew every single person inside out, because either I'd worked with them or I had contacted them somewhere while working on the service desk, or project management, or they were a client or something along that line. However, there was a 10-year gap, so I actually started posting just content, really, because it was so different since the 10-year gap, and it was kind of a mixture of Facebook and how the old, and it was just finding your feet, really. So it was trying out things. And it was a post about a girl with Down syndrome that brought me here. Funny enough, I made a comment on there to say she had a beautiful smile, and they were talking about having a magazine. They were talking about having a disabled magazine. And I was like, why have a disabled magazine? I'd like to see her next to Julia Roberts smiling. She's got a beautiful smile. And before I knew it, people just came along and said, who are you? Do you work for Gucci? I said, no, because she was wearing a Gucci top. And before I knew it, I had people from agencies contacting me saying, are you a model? I said, no, I'm definitely not a model. And before you knew it, I somehow got involved with the marketing lot. And I started connecting with people. And then I came across somebody who said, what do you do? I said, well, actually, I'm a mum. I've just come to help a friend. And that's kind of how I started off. And I was trying to help a friend find a job. And then somebody else came along and said, who are you? I said, excuse me? That's kind of like how it happened. And he said, I'm a growth hacker. I'd like to grow you. So I started growing very quickly, to the point I didn't know what I was doing. And now I've grown to 7,000 followers. And I'm ashamed to say I have let lots of people down. So I do apologize to you. But I have been extremely busy trying to find my work-life balance here and support everybody. And that's it. So thank you very much for your time. And I hope I can make up. I have created another account, and I hope to grow organically. So hopefully we can connect over there and maybe start fresh. But thank you.
Thanks, Zahra. So I think Zahra engages organically with the youngsters specifically and across the board. So I think now Yash is prepared. Let me give a brief about Yash. Yash, I give him means most of the time a special privilege and a respect, because the day he's been introduced to me by Satbir, I closely analyzed him. He working and putting efforts, and rather than me speaking much about him, let him speaking much about him. That he is a person of people. Yash, over to you.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving me for giving my introduction. And yes, my name is Yash. Basically, I am web developer, and I have completed my graduation in computer science. And from the journey of my LinkedIn, I just connected with different people on the law, people by people. People don't buy product and services. People buy people, and people work for people. People don't work in a company or.
Yes, I think your voice is breaking. Everyone else is Yash voice is audible or it's breaking?
No, it's breaking, Darshan.
Yeah, it's breaking. Yash, if you can, do something for fixing your voice. In the meantime, we have 5 minutes remaining. So Yash, you need to finish it in sharp 5 minutes and give me last 2 minutes to wrap up the session. So you have 3 minutes precisely, and
Sir, I am
we
audible
will listen
right
to
now?
you. Yes, you are audible. If you can switch off your video, that is also okay.
Okay.
Means now it's audible. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. So hello guys, my name is Yash. I am computer science graduate, and I have completed my Bachelor of Engineering in Computer Science. So I started the LinkedIn journey before 6 months, and my simple law is people buy people. People don't buy product and services, and people work for people. People don't work for a company and for a corporation. And I also face little criticism from people who don't like me. But yeah, I say if you want to become a leader, so you have some criticism also. And once Steve Jobs once said that if you want to make everyone happy, don't be a leader, sell ice cream. So there are 4 type of people in the world: those who want to be liked, first one; second one is those who want to be right; and third one is those who want to be comfortable; and final fourth one is those who want to be win. So to be a leader is forget about being liked, right, and comfortable, and focusing on a transferring into a person who want to win. When you are a leader, you forced to make the tough decision for the community, for your people, and ultimately someone will always be unhappy, but overall the group will be better after you make your tough decision.
Sure. Yash, I think, can we stop here? I think your message is loud and clear. Probably from further to this, I will take it up. So why Yash, and why Yash at the conclusion of this summit is Yash has joined with LinkedIn before 6 months. He has steadily grown, got an exponentially growth. He is regularly on time contributing to the community with a message which empowers the people, which guides the people. He never ignores the people, and because of that he is getting traction in terms of messages. There are like-minded people are getting connected with him, and they are knowing the nuggets of wisdom. So it's good if you would like to follow from Yash on this kind of what you can say messages. Obviously there were several contradictions where happened, that Yash is picking content from here and there, which is nobody's business. It should be, as long as somebody is curating the content, adding value to the community, and bringing something which is unknown to the people on a known platform. I think it should not be anyone's business. So as long as we are concerned over here, uh, those people who wins heart of the people will be remembered, and Yash is one of them. Uh, Another characteristic of Yash, which is I would like to thankful of it, is he has shared his Canva account, and That is not the only thing, why I am favoring him, because that costs certain dollars, but he is the first donor to the Circle of Legends, and he will be remembered for long because of this attribute of donating to the Circle of Legends. Yes, we have never asked, we are self-sufficient organization till now, but as we might have to grow, we will ask for a smaller donation, maybe $1 or $2 in future. From 1st of January 2021, the Circle of Legends is going to be a paid membership-based entity, wherein a person has to pay 500 rupees INR, that is equal to 10 USD approximately, to be a member, which is refundable. If a person satisfies 4 or 5 conditions, he will get his money back. This is a commitment fee, not actually membership fee. So with this, I am ending this summit. If anyone would like to come and connect with us, would request to connect through the LinkedIn. I humbly request every one of you to follow our hashtag the Circle of Legends. At the same time, please do comment on how you felt about this event, or write about it on your platform, on your wall. So with this, we are signing off. Yes, sir.
Could I take 2 minutes to give
Sure,
my...
sure. You can.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Mr. Darshan. I am Brij Dhoop. I have been in the corporate sector for 38 years. Following that, I was with academia, teaching management to students. And after that, I have been with KPMG, Lee Hecht Harrison, and a few other international bodies where I have been doing leadership assessment and leadership consulting. This is briefly my introduction. I have been a psychometrics person, and I have been using psychometrics in my corporate career all through, and I have found excellent results. Why I requested to come in, because during my teaching management in so many institutions, I came across number of students who wanted to choose the correct career, because most of them would tell me that they are by fluke, they are into this career, they never wanted to be in this career. So I, out of the way, I went and did my courses, certification courses on career coaching and career counseling. And I did based on MBTI and DMIT, both the things I did. And then I studied their career profiles through these tests, psychometric tests, and I could advise them for their benefit to a great extent. So whatever I am speaking, it is out of my hat, because I was never ready to contribute here. But I felt that I must speak up here, because there is a lot of value addition can be done.
Sure, sir.
Secondly, I've been a LinkedIn person, and I am getting, I've got more than 10,000 people with whom I connect off and on.
Yes, sir.
Of course, one cannot connect every now and then, but they are there, and as and when I want, I can connect with them.
Yeah,
so
thanks.
This is a great thing that you are doing. I am very, very happy to be a part of it. Thank you so very much.
Thanks a lot, Dupji. And we do require mentors, or professional counselors, those who can counsel to the fresh college graduates. We have a special program we are running on every Wednesday, wherein we provide guidance to the college graduates. So I think that will be a great platform for us also to give value back to the youngsters, and then that youngsters take that word to the community. So I think we can connect on personal basis. One of my representative, his name is Joel, will connect with you. So
Hey,
thanks.
Before we sign off, I have a small item. Folks, I feel Darshan brings relentless energy and passion and a selfless attitude to this forum. So as forum members, I think it's appropriate that we just give a silent clap and applaud this gentleman. Thank you so much for everything, Darshan. Appreciate it.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. And thanks, Sunil, for conveying the silent message. Thank you. Humbled. Okay, then we are signing off. I am signing off from Mexico, and whichever location you are, enjoy your rest of the day or night, and let's meet again next month.
Thank you so much. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.
Thanks, everyone. Good night.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Darshan.
Thank you, Darshan.
Have an awesome day. Bye.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, Darshan.
Yeah, thanks, Jara.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thanks, Jit. Thanks, Harshit. I think, sorry, I have to, limit your speech, but next time, definitely we'll have it at a length. But you managed the show very well. You provided the much required energy.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. And you have a potential to become my next Yash.
Definitely, sir. Definitely.
Yeah. So keep growing relentlessly.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, Darshan. Have a good night.
Yeah, have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, doctor. Thanks, Sadbir. Thanks. Thanks, Poojaji, Yagnesh, Yash.